Hey Taurus, welcome to your weekly forecast for August 16th through the 22nd. We're going to see what's happening the week ahead with this lovely deck here. And then since I didn't get around to posting love readings for the month of August, we're going to post a few love messages, love and romance, from this deck here at the end. So, without further ado, my darlings, let's see what's going on for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the week ahead, as well as whenever you happen to stumble upon this video. Sometimes it'll get to you when you're ready to hear it, so you will find it when you're meant to find it. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Keep in mind these are general readings. Alrighty, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and we'll include Venus this week as well. What is going on for you guys in the week ahead? Let's get right on into it. So the first card coming up here, my darlings, is the Sun card. Hello. Okay, so this card was also the very first card that came up for Leo. So because you guys are having the same card in the same exact placement, maybe some of you have a Leo placement that's really going to be in full effect, coming full to the surface right now, where you're having big changes, or some of you may be dealing with a Leo, because this card also came up for them. And astrologically, Sun is also associated with Leo, so there could be some Leo influence or some Leo element here for some of you. Some of you might just really still be influenced in picking up on the Leo energy from the Lion's Gate, right? We just had the Lion's Gate portal open up on the 8th, and so some of you might really be tapping into that energy and feeling that energy. Overall, the Sun card is a major arcana card. Major arcana cards are always going to come up when we're at a significant crossroads, or we're coming into a very significant defining moment in our life. Some new chapter is opening up, and we're coming into this energy of big changes. So even though I'm setting the intention to look at a 7-day period of time, major arcana energy is going to last a lot longer than 7 days. So whatever's happening for you guys in the next 7 days is setting the stage or setting the tone for a period of time or a new chapter in your life. The Sun card has a lot to do with freedom, playfulness, travel, recognition, success, true love. It's all these wonderful things. So as far as having energy that's going to be hanging out for a while, the Sun card is wonderful energy to have hanging out for a while. As I said, major arcana, so big changes and big advancements. I do feel really strongly, and I'm not going to focus too much on love in the weekly, because especially since I try to keep it separate, and especially since I'm going to pull love cards at the end. But I do want to say, and it's not only romantic, it can be all across the board, family, work situations, whatever it might be. I feel, Taurus, like a lot of you are breaking out of a habit or cycle of codependent relationships, and breaking out of any kind of trust issues, because the Sun card is the opposite of a codependent relationship. This is like you can be yourself, you let the other person be themselves, you trust each other, you're not paranoid, you're not freaking out, you're not worried if you text them and they don't get back to you right away. You're not like, oh my gosh, what if they're about to ghost me, or oh my gosh, they're probably with somebody else right now. Like, you get that out of your head. You're like, you know what, they're busy right now, they're gonna get back to me whenever they can get back to me. And so just coming into dealing with people where you're not so much in your head and you don't have this fear, right? Some of you might even be healing from fears of abandonment. Okay, it just got really deep. I didn't mean for it to get that deep, but it just got really deep. But overall here, this is happiness and fulfillment and acceptance. You know, maybe some of you Taurus have just like, that's what it comes down to. You guys have struggled with being accepted. And there's just been this need to win people over or to keep them happy. And I just feel like there's more confidence coming in, and more like, yeah, you know what, I'm lovable and I can be me. This kind of energy. Okay, doesn't have to be in your romantic life, but it can be in your romantic life. Now, your next card coming up for Taurus is the Magician, another major arcana card. Anytime the major arcana cards come in back to back, there's a lot happening karmically. Like there's a massive growth that's happening, and you might be breaking out of like limiting beliefs. When I say there's a lot happening karmically, you might be breaking out of old past life agreements, having epiphanies, having big moments of growth, breaking out of any kind of blockages. Major arcanas back to back are really big energies, really big energetic upgrades, really big shifts, really big changes. So anytime we have changes of this magnitude happening, especially when they're happening back to back, we're going to be tired. We're going to be exhausted. Make sure that you're being gentle with yourself. Don't push yourself too hard. Magician can indicate that some of you might be dealing with a Gemini, okay? Or a Virgo. There's also Virgo energy influence here with the Magician as well. Overall, though, again, major arcana, new chapter, new period, defining moment, and the Magician has a lot to do with manifestation, has a lot to do with manifesting, as above, so below. So there's a sense here and a feeling here of being able to manifest and receiving a lot of confirmation from the universe that you're on the right path or to stay focused. And a lot of the times when I see the Magician, it seems to be accompanied by angel numbers or repeating numbers. So some of you might be seeing repeating numbers or seeing a certain number over and over again, and this is Spirit giving you confirmation that you're on the right path and to keep focused, not to lose your focus. Now, one of the meanings of the Magician card, you may or may not know this, it can also indicate seeing through illusions, seeing through the smoke and mirrors, as it were, and, being able to see clearly and see the truth of a situation. Now, as I'm looking at the Sun card next to it, the Sun card is giving me the feeling and the sense of like the clouds being burned up, So this is a really interesting message that I'm getting here, Taurus. I feel like a lot of you have been in some kind of hiding. Whether you've been hiding yourself because you're afraid to shine and you don't want the attention, or there have been people around you who feel very intimidated by you, kind of like Cinderella and her stepsisters, where they just want to keep you in the dark. They don't want people to know about you. They're like casting shade on you. I feel, Taurus, like your light is burning so bright. It's like that sun burning away that marine layer, or burning away those clouds, those morning clouds. Like the heat of your light is burning away anything that would prevent anyone from being able to see you. You're burning so hot and so bright you can't stay hidden. It's not possible anymore. And a lot of you have been in this hiding energy, and you've been kind of on a autopilot, or like just kind of like going through the motions and like playing it safe in your life. And I just feel like there's something shifting now where there's no more playing safe, right? There's no more laying low. Like whatever you do, you're going to do big, in a big way, and you're going to have big results, and you're not going to be able to hide anymore. Okay, so I feel this sense of like being seen. I've never ever gotten that message with the Magician card before, but something about these two cards together and the energy that I'm feeling around Taurus, it's so powerful. It's so powerful. Like you tried to hide, or people tried to keep you hidden because they felt intimidated by you. You're burning so powerful right now that you can't be hidden. It's not possible. You can't take the sun and hide the sun. How can you hide the sun? And that's what I'm feeling in the energy for Taurus. Okay, manifesting big changes, seeing clearly, really positive energy here. Now the next card coming up for you, Taurus, is the Two of Wands. Two of Wands can indicate partnerships, but it can also indicate making decisions. And I've said this in previous readings, and it doesn't surprise me to have the Two of Wands come up for you after such a beautiful and powerful message. One of the things I've said, and this is more a personal thing, that I've seen reading for people over the years. It's not necessarily something that's assigned to the Two of Wands as a meaning. Traditional meaning of Two of Wands is partnerships, balancing out our decisions, weighing the options, okay? For me, one of the things I've seen over the years reading for people, Two of Wands sometimes comes up because you're very worthwhile to somebody in a specific situation, and they know it. They know it immediately. Like they're dying to get you to work with them, or they're dying to get you to give them a chance or to accept something they're offering you, because they realize how much they stand to benefit from you. They know what you're bringing to the table. You're going to be super valuable to the situation, or you're everything that they're looking for. But they also realize that you have no idea. You have no clue. You have no clue how beneficial you're going to be to them. You have no clue how much they're going to profit and benefit from you being around. And so they might take advantage, and they might kind of lowball us a little bit. Or they might not give us the details of a situation. And so the Two of Wands encourages you to do research where it's possible to do research, to get information independently, to weigh out your options, and to ask questions. The questions is very important, because somebody might say, at a job, oh, well, are you willing to work extra hours? Okay, well, what are we talking? Are we talking about an extra 5 hours? Are we talking an extra 10 hours? Are we talking 60-hour weeks? You might be willing to do a 50-hour week here and there, but maybe you're not willing to do a 60-hour week here and there. Or if somebody's extending to you some kind of offer, they might be telling you, oh, come work for me, or come stay with me and you won't have to pay rent. You can just help me out around the house. What does that mean? Do they expect you to be on call 24/7? What are the work obligations or responsibilities? If you're helping somebody out around the house, are there certain hours? Are you on the clock 24 hours? Are they going to have you up there on the roof trying to do impossible home repairs and improvements that are over your head? Ask questions. What does that mean? What does that mean? If it's a relationship that some of you are manifesting, ask questions. Somebody might say, oh, I want commitment. Oh my gosh, me too. Oh, I want to fall in love. Oh my gosh, me too. Well, what does falling in love mean to that person? What does commitment mean to that person? Ask questions. What does that mean to you? What does that look like? That way, you don't find yourself in a situation where you feel like you're being taken advantage of. Okay, especially if you're burning so bright, you're going to be very irresistible. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to do your homework. Don't be afraid to figure out, oh, well, this is going to be worth X amount of dollars in a business agreement or a position or a job, right? This is what the going rate is. Arm yourself with knowledge. Knowledge is power. Your next card here, Taurus, is the Page of Wands. Page of Wands can be very feisty, very playful, very impulsive energy. Okay, so if you're the one in the Page of Wands energy, to me, a lot of the times this comes up like a second adolescence. Like you're starting to get your groove, you're starting to get your feistiness and your confidence, and you have all these dreams and ideas, and you're ready to go out there and grab the world by the tail and put it in your pocket. For me, a lot of the times Page of Wands is like a second adolescence where we're going forward confidently and ready to leave our mark on the world, and figuring out who we are and how we express ourselves and how we're presenting ourselves to the world. So there could be a sense of playfulness, of freedom, of adventure for some of you. Now, if the Page of Wands is somebody coming into the situation, it could be a younger fire sign person. Fire signs are going to be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. And we did say some of you might have this Leo influence here with the Sun card. But overall, this could be a younger person or a very youthful, very playful person. Now, the thing about Page of Wands, when it comes up as a person outside of the situation, if it's not you, for me in my readings, it can be a little bit of a warning that this person might be a lot of fun and this person might be very optimistic, and this is somebody that might give you a lot of confidence and encourage you to go above and beyond, but they might not be thinking about the consequences. They might just be like, oh my gosh, you totally got this, you can totally manifest it, right? And so they might like push you to go to extremes, and they're not thinking about the consequences. So someone in the situation has to think about the consequences. Somebody in the situation has to be the responsible one, and it's not going to be the Page of Wands. So it's going to be up to you, Taurus, right, to balance that adventure spirit, optimism, risk taking. Yeah, we have to take risks in life, but we want to take educated risks. We want to take responsible, well planned out, well thought out risks. We don't want to take risks that are gonna, really, really hurt us in the end. So you might have someone who's being a cheerleader and really encouraging you, but don't abandon logic. Don't abandon reason. It's true we can manifest things, but again, within reason. If I was obsessed with, having an elephant, and I kept putting that out there, I'm not just going to magically look over to the left and see an elephant in my room. That's not the way physics works. That's not the way laws work. Maybe I'm going to manifest an elephant in some other way. Maybe there'll be an opportunity to adopt one, or I don't know, like go somewhere where people are allowed to have elephants in their backyard. Whatever. I'm just giving you an example that we can manifest, but there's also going to be certain limitations in how we manifest something and when we manifest something, right? They might be like, oh yeah, you should totally quit your job. Your boss is a jerk. Tell them off and quit your job, and you're going to manifest something right away, and your business is going to take off, and we're going to manifest it. Your business can take off and you can manifest it. You can manifest a new job, but that's not to say that you're going to be able to do it immediately or right away. You can't tell your boss off, Monday, and by Tuesday morning you're working in a new place. Maybe sometimes the stars might align and somebody might get lucky, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to be like, holy moly, why did I do that? I still have to put them down as a reference, as I'm looking for something else. So someone has to be the reasonable one. Have fun with this person. Play with this person. Feed off of their energy in a positive way, but don't lose yourself and don't lose your logic and your reason. So we're going to pull some love cards here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and see what's coming up for you guys in terms of love and romance in the week ahead. Or, as I said, whenever you end up finding this video. So, the first card coming up here, Taurus, is the Eight of Cups. So some of you might be looking for more fulfillment, or you might be looking for a deeper relationship or a deeper connection. However, those of you who watch my readings, you may have heard me talk about the Eight of Cups in the past. The Eight of Cups in the past, the Eight of Cups in general, it comes up for me a lot of the times when somebody is a bit of an overachiever or a go-getter. They put a lot of goals in their mind and they don't rest until they achieve them. And then once they reach that goal, they have happiness for a little bit, but it doesn't take long until they're like, you know what, it didn't make me feel the way I thought it was going to make me feel. So maybe I set the wrong goal. Maybe I need to set a different goal and go after something else in my life. And so when we're in that Eight of Cups energy, happiness is always attached to the next thing. It's always in the future. It's never now. Like it's going to be when I accomplish this or I accomplish that. And you accomplish those things and you're happy for a little bit. And nope, it wasn't that. I must have picked the wrong thing. So I feel some of you might be questioning a love relationship. Or you've manifested someone and it's like, well, this is what I asked for, but I don't necessarily feel different. Or, I don't feel what I thought I was going to feel when I found my person or when I was in a relationship. And instead of being quick to write this person off, let me clarify something. If somebody's being abusive to you, if they're harming you, by all means, get the heck out. Okay, what I'm about to say is not for an abusive relationship. If anyone is harming you, get out. But for those of you who are in a relationship that you're doubting the relationship, and this person is not a harmful person, this person is not hurting you, don't be quick to write this person off. Okay, what might be happening here is that you're unable to feel fulfilled by the connection. You're unable to enjoy the relationship because there's like this longing or this emptiness inside of you. And that longing and that emptiness is because we're not connected to higher power. Okay, or we're not, we don't have the relationship, I should say. Maybe, I can't say we're not connected. We're always connected to higher power, but we may not be fostering the relationship with higher power. And so the Eight of Cups comes up to say, look, this is the time for you to work on building that relationship with higher power so that you're able to really enjoy and feel fulfilled with the blessings that are coming in. Your next card here is the Ace of Wands. An Ace of Wands can be a new opportunity coming in and the need to seize that opportunity. Okay? Now, Ace of Wands can also be very phallic. It can have a lot to do with passion, with chemistry. I am feeling a strong feeling around Taurus of like a root chakra unblocking that might be making you a lot more... what is a good word that I can say here? Like a chakra unblocking that might be making you guys feel more like, you know, like your drive is going up. There's some words YouTube doesn't want me to say, not that I'm being a prude or anything, they're just some words I'm not supposed to be saying. So you got that urge to merge is what I can say here, as this root chakra is opening up. So taking advantage of some opportunity that's presenting itself. Some of you might have someone that's approaching you, and they could be someone younger than you or maybe older than you. There could be a significant age difference here, but I feel like somebody may be approaching you and asking you out, or asking you to commit, or asking you to take something next level. And for some reason, I feel like you're not taking the person seriously. But the Ace of Wands makes me feel like, yes, this is going to grow. This is going to bloom. This is going to blossom. This is going to become something, right? Ace of Wands is like, we're going to get back from it what we put into it. And I do feel like there might be some kind of physical healing, through physical intimacy in this relationship for the both of you as well, because of the fact that the Ace of Wands is coming up the way that it's coming up. Your next card here is the Strength card. There could definitely be a Leo here for you guys, right? Or if you have a Leo placement, this could be the area of your life in which a significant soulmate is coming in, or that area, or that might be really affecting your love life. But the Strength card here is commitment, loyalty, vulnerability. You know, some of you Taurus might be kind of struggling with embracing vulnerability, because we have to be vulnerable to be in a relationship, and that can be very scary. I also feel, however, though, Taurus, that this person that you're manifesting is someone who's standing up for you, somebody who defends you. And I feel like some of you, this is a big deal. Like, it's taken you a long time to manifest this. There might be some childhood wound or some kind of trigger where you feel like you're not appreciated, or you're not protected, or like people don't stand up for you. For some reason, Spirit is really emphasizing that this is someone who defends you and who stands up for you, who's not going to let people talk about you or mistreat you. I'm feeling also a sense of chivalry here too with this card. You may want to check out your moon, sun, and rising sign, your Venus sign videos. If this is none of those, some weeks those might resonate with you more than others. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you want to go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Bye, Taurus. Be well, my